Someone asked me recently how I keep going when I'm tired and everything hurts, and basically when the going gets tough. How do I keep going? Um, I take a multi-pronged approach to this dilemma. Um, in a nutshell, if I quit today, it's probably largely because of things I did or didn't do in the past. Quitting only only very only partially has to do with the point in time when you're actually quitting. It's usually you usually quit because of things you've already set in motion in the past. So before I started doing this huge project here, that's going to take me a long time to do. I spent a week just thinking about different possibilities. Like, do I really want to do this? Is this going to be amazing? Like, is this going to be something that's so cool that when the question comes up, is this worth it? The answer is going to be like, yeah, this is worth it. This is awesome. So that question, I don't even have to pay attention to it. That question can pop up. Is this really worth what you're doing? Yeah, this is awesome, man. I'm building a fortress, and it's going to have like an awesome tower over there where I'll live and have like workshops and trampolines and like an observatory, and like there'll be another tower over here with, I don't know, girl stuff to occupy girls, and then the whole middle zone will be full of like a food forest with obstacle courses and trails, and adventure builders will be able to come visit, and it'll be awesome. So I don't have to worry about the question, is this worth it? So once you decide to once you decide on a huge project that you think is so awesome, it's going to be worth whatever effort it takes. And it doesn't have to be awesome to other people. It has to be awesome to you because you're the one doing it. So once you've done that, then you have to different cultures have different ways of putting this. Spiritually align yourself with whatever you're trying to do. So I know I'm going to be doing a lot of manual labor here, and there's going to be a lot of thinking while I'm manual laboring, so I'm going to need a lot of energy. So I've been eating a lot of food. Even before I started working on this, I made sure I had a little bit of extra padding. It's all gone now. I'm like getting real lean now, but I was making sure I was eating very well and stretching and just making sure that I was physically very healthy and ready to do stuff. Now when I started, I knew I wasn't strong enough, but I knew that as long as I was durable enough, that in the first month or two, as long as I didn't break down in that time, I would get stronger and become strong enough to finish the thing. And I feel much stronger now than when I started. But anyway, so there's a lot of prep. Like you have to prep. You have to do all the things that are going to make it so that you can succeed before you actually succeed. And at the end of every day when I'm working on this stuff, some days are really difficult. Like when I run out of water and I have to go get some, and then there's like a giant root in the way, and it takes me like an hour to rip it out of the ground, and I like cut my hand on something, and sometimes I'm not done till it starts getting dark, and I'm just wiped out, and I don't want to eat anything. I just want to like lay down and just do nothing. But I'm like, no, I have to eat a whole bunch of food because I'm gonna need that tomorrow and the next day. So even when I'm not doing this, I'm still doing it. Like I'm aligning things so that I can do it. Like my whole aura, my whole everything is going in that direction. It's very easy to get derailed in the off time, like when you're resting. Do something that, go out and get drunk or something, and then the next day you feel terrible and you can't get anything done. That kind of thing. So it's really important just to stay on target, even when you're not directly doing the stuff. Now another thing that goes along with that is to cut out things that don't matter. And I know, again, in a lot of different cultures, they have different ways of explaining this. But like in Indian cultures, they talk about clearing your chakras so your energy can flow. Or, I mean, basically, or like in Fight Club, Tyler Durden talks about basically just getting rid of just taking everything that doesn't matter and just really letting it go, so that all you're left with is the stuff. Like everything else doesn't matter. So you might burn some bridges with friends and family, which I've done a lot of times. And sorry to anyone, but you know, if I'm doing something and you're getting in the way, I won't try to be rude about it, but I'm not going to let you stop me. Even if that means I have to, you know, step on your toes and shove you out of the way, or put you on mute, or whatever I have to do. You know, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to let other people derail me. That's not an excuse. And you know, another thing that goes along with that is not having a backup plan. Like, I have no backup plan to this. So that when I get to the point where I'm carrying some bucket of stuff and I'm just dead tired and all I want to do is stop, sometimes I'll be walking with the thing and I'll end up going so slow that I end up stopping. But the thing is, I don't have anything else to do because I've given myself this task and nothing else to do. I have no backup plan. There's nothing else. So I'm standing there holding this 100 pounds of rocks, going, well, what do I do now? I mean, I can stand here. I have nowhere else to go, nothing else to do. Well, let me just take a step. And I'll take one step forward and I'll be like, all right, let me take another step forward. And that's what happens sometimes when I start getting really, really worn down and just dragging butt. I'll just end up going one step at a time. Or like right now, I'm actually feeling all right now because I'm getting some energy back because I haven't carried rocks in a few days, but I'm gonna have to start doing that. But like, you know, I have to put some stuff in this bucket, put some stuff in that bucket, and then I need to take this bucket and dump it in there, and take that one and dump it in there. But I don't think about all that at once. All I think about at any particular time is, okay, I need to pick up this bucket. And I don't worry about everything else. The big picture I've already taken care of. That was the planning stage. Right now I just have to think about the individual things. Okay, I need to pick up this bucket and dump it in there. Then I can put that down. Then I take this and I pick it up and dump it in there. And then I put it down. Like, it's just like one step after another. And you know, sometimes when I'm feeling very, very motivated, I don't have to do that. Like, I can just think about, oh yeah, I'm gonna do all this stuff and it's all gonna happen. I can think about the whole thing at once because I've got a lot of motivation and energy and all that. But it's the times when motivation is low, and it goes up and down. So it's the times when the motivation is low that I'm like, okay, just take one step. And then I'm there and I'm present. I'm just like, here, okay, now just take one step. It's not even like take one more step. It's just like, I'm here and I've just appeared here in the universe. I am totally present. Just take one step. Bloom, bloom. And then I'm here and just take one step. Bloom, bloom. And that's what gets me through when I'm really, really worn out. Is just taking one more step, or just picking up one thing and moving it. Or taking one scoop of dirt and throwing it over there. And ignoring the fact that I'm going to do that like 150 times. Just doing them one at a time. That's what gets me through when my motivation is really low. It also helps to have little kids around who give you notes that say things like, "Hi Jamie, you can do it." Oh, that was such a nice note. I got that the other day from Aurora, and that was awesome. She just wrote me a note, said, "Hi Jamie, you can do it," and with a bunch of pictures and stuff. She calls me Jamie, not Papa, ever since I told her my name. Anyway, so you know, that's something I can focus on, and I will think about that kind of stuff. Hey Jamie, you can do it. That's what I think about. And I don't think about all the, I know there's, I mean, even right now, it's hard to think of the negative things that are trying to stop me because I just don't think about that. Like, you know, I know people who say, this is impossible, you can't do it, blah, blah, blah. And my only response to that is, all right, it's impossible, whatever, I'm doing it anyway. And then I go on. Like, I don't know. It's just all this negativity doesn't come here. I can talk about it other places, you know, or on the if I'm talking to people online or stuff, I can respond to the negative and say, you know, this negative attitude isn't really helpful. It'll, you know, disrupt your own life and blah blah blah. But like when I get to here, I've left that all behind. Here, I'm just keep going forward. Doesn't matter how fast I'm going. When my motivation's high, yeah, go super fast. When my motivation's low, okay, I'm gonna slow down and go one step at a time. But just keep going. That's the only thing. That's the important thing. Just keep going. Yeah, I don't know if that totally covers it. Now there are also times when I'm really worn out and I have to do something really difficult fast. Like there's a delivery of rocks coming and I have to get this huge pile of 160 rocks out of the way before the next one comes. Now in those circumstances, I just have to like power up to maximum power and kind of go crazy and and I know the next day I'm gonna be totally wiped out, but just having that emergency like power up thing is something I learned while running track. And you know, I think everyone can do that. You know, it's just you just get hi. You just get like adrenaline and powered up for the thing you have to do, and then you make it happen no matter what. So, are we gonna build an awesome castle here, or what?
Yeah. Yeah. And then we're gonna have awesome babies.
All right. Yeah. Hey, Aurora. What do you do when you're really tired and worn out, but you have to keep going? How do you make yourself keep going?
Just keep going.
Just keep going? I think you might have another answer in a few years when you've done some really difficult stuff. Because it gets a little more complicated than that. But that is basically it. Just keep going.
And I'll have some babies.
Oh, you're gonna have some babies?
Yeah.
Not for like a while though. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go do some more building here.
The babies, I'll show them how. I'll show them how it works. I'll just show them how. How it works.
Alright, there is one other thing I do that kind of helps keep me motivated. And it's a little bit silly, but that's okay. So when I'm hanging out, what? Okay, so when I'm here by myself, doing my thing, no one else is around, or maybe my kids are, you know, and I feel like I need a little boost, I'll just be like, by the power of Grayskull! Or Kaioken times 20! And just go with it, man. I know it's silly and ridiculous, but inside my head, it feels like there's a sun exploding, and I'm just going. And, yeah, man. Rah! Yeah, you know, pretending I'm a magical cartoon character sometimes helps push things through when I really need to go. Not go like a number 2, but I need to go somewhere and get something done. Now, if I can just do something about this manly tan. Whew.
I'm gonna live in a castle.
You're gonna live in a castle?